John has dropped eBay now twice as a bad indicator of actual value of cards. But the second drop, he actually threw in the word fake sales. So he kind of tipped his hand on what he thinks about eBay and the prices. So John, without shitting on eBay too much, because I do that enough for all of us, right? It's talk to me about how you would value your cards, right? I mean, is it a combination looking at eBay? Is it really drilling down in eBay? Is it using other sources? Talk to me about how you would, if you were going to go sell a card, something you had two of, something that's got some scarcity to it, where would you look? Because if eBay is potentially manipulated, which I'm putting words in your mouth, but I don't think it's a stretch.
No, it's totally manipulated, but yes. No, I mean, it's a lot of factors. So it is looking at eBay as one point, but if there's only one sale on eBay of a particular card, it's much harder to determine, is this actually worth that in this one particular sale versus like, even if it's a card that they made, like the Luka Doncic Prism card, for instance, that there are plenty of sales about. Is it people jumping onto a trend there as opposed to actual value? And for me, it's not looking at the individual card. It's looking at the history of that card through multiple years of the set. It's looking at wax prices. It's looking at other cards from other sets. It's looking at, is the player performing particularly well, or is this a hyped up choice that people are told that they're supposed to invest in this guy? I mean, Zion is the A number one. When the investor class came into this a year ago, where we had, there was a wave of investors that were coming in because they saw the dollar amounts going up. Zion was someone that everybody was told to invest in because of the promise, because of all these things. Look at him in college, all of this stuff. But unreasonable things started happening while he wasn't playing. So while he's not on the court, while he hasn't had a minute in an official NBA game, his cards are tripling and quadrupling in value. He's out on injury. He's not played an NBA game yet. That's like kind of the red flags for me. Stuff like that, where there's no real tie to anything other than, we've all just decided that we all have them, so we're going to all decide that they're worth more now. And that's great for anybody that has the card, but anyone that's like entering that market, now you're starting to pay an unreasonable price, in my opinion, for something that's not proven yet. So that's a lot of the factors that go into it. Believe it or not, I still subscribe to Beckett. How old school is that, right? I still have a subscription there. And part of that is just to get a baseline. It's hilarious to me, and it kind of brings me back down to earth. If a card is trending on eBay for $100 and it's booking in Beckett for $8, it's saying something to you right off the bat, like, wait a minute. Because Beckett does, not to crap on them at all. Beckett is slower about values, way slower. But it is a good indicator when you check that to see, well, wait a minute, they're usually only about a month behind. What has happened to that card in the last month that it could be selling for $100 now when they have it at $8, And so those kinds of things I use as red flags, look a little bit deeper, and then you see if there's some of the same people bidding on stuff. There's a lot of work to do there. And I like the truly rare cards. So I'm not a guy that has too many base cards. I like the numbered stuff. I like the autograph stuff. I like the patch stuff. I like knowing the limitation as it's listed right on the card. I don't believe in going to the grading sites to find out the pop report as the report of how many exist, because obviously we don't know how many are ungraded out there. That's just an indicator of popular cards that were graded. The same thing can be said for cards when people, have a card that's a pop 2 and they're like, look at this card. It's so rare. It's a pop 2. And it's but it's Antonio McDice card, to use the example from earlier. No one's really grading him. No one wants to pay the money for that. So that's why the pop is low. So
Antonio, if you're listening, I apologize. I didn't mean to crap on you. One hell of a ball player. It was just, it was an easy comparison from the right year.